Never chase after his attention. Do this instead. Navigating relationships can often lead us down a path of constant pursuit, overshadowing your self-worth and allure. This training will show you 12 potent strategies that emphasize self-empowerment and genuine connection. Instead of chasing attention, learn how to become a magnet, drawing him to you like a flame to a moth. Let's dive into those right now. I'm Brody Boyd with Magnetize Your Man, and as a professional love coach for over 13 years, here's what I've seen. The first thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to stay social. Building and nurturing your social network is vital to your overall well-being. When you immerse yourself in social interactions, you not only distract yourself from the urge to chase someone's attention, but you also build self-worth and create opportunities to form new connections and strengthen existing ones. Psychologically, humans are social creatures, and engaging in social activities releases endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals, and reduces feelings of isolation and emptiness. It shifts your focus from one person's attention to a broader network of people, alleviating the pressure to be validated by just one individual. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, organize a weekly hangout or meetup with your friends. Number 2 is to attend events or classes in your community to meet new people. And number 3 is to volunteer for local events or charities to interact with new groups. The second thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to pursue your interests and passions. By immersing yourself in what you love, you develop a sense of purpose and happiness independent of anyone else. This not only increases your self-worth, but also makes you more interesting and attractive to others. From a psychological standpoint, focusing on passion stimulates the brain and provides a sense of accomplishment. This in turn boosts confidence and self-esteem, making the need for external validation less prominent. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, enroll in a class or workshop related to your passion. Number 2 is dedicate specific hours each week to practicing or studying your interest. And number 3 is to join clubs or groups that share your passions to discuss and collaborate. The third thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to set new standards and new boundaries. Establishing clear boundaries and standards for yourself means valuing your own worth and not settling for less. It communicates that you know what you deserve and you won't compromise on your values. Psychologically, setting boundaries boosts self-respect and reduces the chances of feeling used or undervalued. It signals to others that you have self-worth, leading them to respect you more. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, reflect on past relationships or situations and identify what boundaries were crossed. Number 2 is communicate your boundaries clearly in your relationships and with him. Number 3 is to be firm in enforcing your standards, even if it means ending toxic relationships. The fourth thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to get healthy and stay active. A healthy body and mind are essential to feeling good about yourself. Physical activity is not just beneficial to your physique, but also boosts your mental well-being. From a psychological perspective, exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. Staying active also improves self-esteem as you witness the results of your work and dedication. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, incorporate a daily 30-minute workout into your routine. Number 2, try a new physical activity like dance, hiking, or sport. Number 3 is maintain a balanced organic diet, ensuring you fuel your body with nutritious foods. The fifth thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to rediscover your self-worth. Recognizing your value beyond relationships, this involves understanding your strengths, embracing your flaws, and validating yourself more from within. Psychologically, self-worth is a cornerstone of mental health. When you believe in yourself, you're less likely to seek validation from external sources, creating a healthier dynamic in your relationship. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, to make lists of your achievements, skills, and qualities that you're proud of. Number 2, to avoid negative self-talk and replace it with new positive affirmations, such as "I am an incredible woman and I am a huge gift to anyone." Number 3 is to seek coaching or counseling to address any deep-seated issues of your self-worth. The sixth thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to practice gratitude daily. Being thankful for what you have, big or small, shifts the focus from what you lack to what's abundant in your life. This promotes contentment and reduces the urge to seek validation from him. Psychologically, practicing gratitude has been shown to increase happiness, reduce depression, and foster resilience. It rewires your brain to focus on positives rather than dwelling on negatives. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, start a daily gratitude journal, noting down 3 things that you're thankful for every day. Number 2 is verbally express gratitude to people in your life. And number 3 is to take moments throughout the day to reflect on positive aspects, even during challenging situations. The seventh thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to set new personal goals. Determine your worth not by his attention, but by your own passions and objectives. Setting personal goals increases your self-worth and paints you in a light of purpose, making you irresistibly captivating. Focusing on your personal growth naturally enhances self-confidence, which is innately attractive. Being goal-oriented shows you're ambitious, independent, and not merely seeking external validation. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, list down goals that resonate with your passions. Number 2 is dedicate time daily to progressing towards those goals. And number 3 is to share your goals with friends or family for accountability. The 8th thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to ask him what his deepest desires are. A relationship thrives on understanding and depth. Instead of chasing him, show genuine interest in his inner world. By inquiring about his deepest desires, you are not only showing that you care, but also that you're setting a foundation for deeper connection and intimacy. Being genuinely curious about someone's desires creates an emotional bond. Most people crave to be understood, and by giving him a platform to express his deepest thoughts, you allow him to be vulnerable, strengthening your connection. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, set aside quiet time together, free from distractions, and ask open-ended questions. Number 2 is to actively listen without judgment or interruption. And number 3 is to reflect on his desires and find ways to support or engage in discussion about them, as well as share your own. The 9th thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to attend a workshop or a live in-person event. Broadening your horizons by engaging in workshops or live events not only boosts your personal growth, but it also makes you more interesting. This showcases that you're not solely fixated on him, but have a wider array of interests. Engaging in workshops and events diversifies your experiences. This not only makes you more interesting, but also showcases that you're an independent person. People are naturally drawn to those who have stories to share and experiences that they can learn from. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, research local workshops or events on meetup.com that align with your interests. Number 2 is to attend these events with an open mind, ready to learn and meet new people. And number 3 is to share your experiences and newfound knowledge with him and others. The 10th thing you should start doing instead of chasing after his attention is to start a 14-day social media detox. In an era of constant digital connection, disconnecting can be a powerful statement. A social media detox allows you to be present in the moment, creating authentic connections. Social media often breeds comparison and the need for external validation. Taking a break from it reduces anxiety and the constant need to check for updates or messages. This pause can help you refocus on what's genuinely important in your life, including genuine human connections. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, announce a temporary hiatus to your close contacts. Number 2 is to delete or deactivate social media apps from your phone for 14 days. Number 3 is to engage in offline activities that you love, like reading, social events, or spending time in nature. The 11th thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to meet new men if you're not exclusive. If you're not in an exclusive relationship, don't limit yourself. Meeting new people can provide perspective, helping you understand what you truly desire in a partner. When you meet new individuals, it broadens your understanding of relationships. It reminds you that there's a vast world out there full of potential connections. This can alleviate the pressure you might feel to make one relationship work at any cost. Some specific action steps that you can take with this are: number 1, attend social gatherings or join clubs, organizations with shared interests. Number 2 is engage in activities where you can meet new people naturally. And number 3 is to be open-minded and approach each new interaction without expectation. The 12th thing you should do instead of chasing after his attention is to put yourself into positive environments. Your environment significantly affects your mindset and behavior. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can boost your morale and make you feel valued and empowered. Being in a positive environment can uplift your spirits, and when you're happy and contented, you naturally radiate a certain energy that draws people in. On the flip side, negative environments can drain your energy and make you seem less attractive or approachable. Some specific action steps you can take with this are: number 1, evaluate your current environments, from work to social circles, and identify any toxic patterns. Number 2 is to actively seek out places or groups that encourage positivity and growth. And number 3 is to limit your time in negative spaces and instead invest in environments that uplift you. Remember that genuine connections outweigh fleeting attention. Harness your intrinsic value and allure to form lasting bonds. Embrace your self-growth and authenticity and let them guide you in your journey in relationships. Your worth is vast. Always aim for what you truly deserve. Next, if you'd like to discover the hidden secret to get the man in relationship you want fast for a loving, long-term, and committed relationship, then take our free love quiz at getlovequiz.com or subscribe and click the link in the description or comments below this training to get that now, and I will see you there.